So we'll look at it, learn from it. We obviously have to be a lot better on Sunday if we want to win the game.
Tonight's big story breakdown all about the Oklahoma City Thunder. The NBA Finals going to a Game 7, and the Thunder had a chance to close out the series last night. Could not get ahead of the Pacers. Lost that game 108-91, so everything's tied up at 3-3. The Thunder had a lead early in the game for just one shining moment there. It felt like that was going to be it, but the Pacers were not going down without a fight, winning the turnover battle, holding the Thunder to 14 assists and just 8 threes. We heard from several Thunder players before they left Indiana last night about what they felt went wrong.
We didn't do a good job trusting each other to make the next play like we did Game 5, so we'll look at some things. Obviously, they made a couple adjustments, so we'll look at that too, but a lot of it was, just not trusting each other to make the right plays, and that starts with me.
Yeah, I don't even know. They just turned us over a bunch. They didn't pressure full court like they have been, which led to more turnovers. I didn't expect that, but whatever it is, they did it right. And if we want to win on Sunday, we got to take care of the ball. Moral of the story.
This is going to be the 20th Finals Game 7 in the NBA's history, with the series going to the home team 15 of the 19 previous times. Now, despite the loss, Thunder fans did turn out at OKC Will Rogers International Airport to welcome that team home. Dozens of people cheered as the players got off the plane, and one fan we spoke to says she came up from Norman to show her support and thinks the team can still take it all.
It could do better, but I mean, everybody has their ups and downs, so we just have to get everything together and get in perspective and go get Game 7 and take it for the championship.
She said she'd rather they close it out, but she is excited to have the opportunity to potentially celebrate at home on Sunday night. As players and fans get ready for Game 7 in Oklahoma City, law enforcement also preparing. Both the Oklahoma City Police Department and Oklahoma County Sheriff's Office say people heading downtown on Sunday can expect to see a very present amount of law enforcement there. Fox 25's Paige Taylor explains how these agencies are planning to keep everybody safe.
As downtown Oklahoma City gets ready to welcome thousands of people for Game 7 of the NBA playoffs, law enforcement officials are preparing to keep everyone safe.
Our officers understand the gravity of the situation going on with this being a Game 7 in the NBA Finals. Haven't had a Game 7 in the NBA Finals in a long time in the entire NBA, so it's really something that's happening in Oklahoma City on Sunday evening.
People downtown on Sunday can expect to see a heavy law enforcement presence.
No matter where you look, if you're around that arena, no matter where you look, at some point in your field of vision, you should be able to see a police officer. We're going to have a lot of officers out there. Not that we're anticipating anything happening, but we just want to make sure everybody's safe and secure.
The Oklahoma County Sheriff's Office says while OKC PD is taking the lead, its deputies will be helping out as well.
We plan on having plenty of boots on the ground because we expect this to be one of the largest crowds in the history of Oklahoma City. We could see tens of thousands, possibly hundreds of thousands of people in our city because of it. So we're preparing for it.
Brillbeck is expecting a Thunder victory and is reminding everyone to celebrate safely.
We want you to celebrate because the Thunder are going to win, and we're very excited about that upcoming win. But do so responsibly. We don't want to see any damage. You can be excited without damaging things.
Paige Taylor, Fox 25 News.
And ahead of Game 7, fans can head to Thunder Up in the Park starting at 3:30 in Scissortail Park. Face painting, playoff merch, live music, plus you'll have a shot at winning tickets in the Thunder Ticket Challenge presented by Simple Modern. Well, could you imagine winning tickets to Game 7 at Thunder Up in the Park? It'd be nuts. Doors of the arena open at 5. Food and drinks will be half off for the first hour after doors open. Thunder fans plan to go out Sunday need to pay attention. National Weather Service has a warning for a moderate to major heat risk this weekend. Let's get to Fox 25's Grant Palmer joining us at Scissortail Park. So, Grant, how do you think the heat is going to impact all the celebration around Game 7?
Well, Adam, Thunder Up in the Park is certainly still going on as planned, but the fans that plan on attending are going to have to take some extra precautions to endure the heat safely.
A risk for dangerous heat lies ahead this weekend, which is why EMSA officials are urging people to wear light-colored, loose-fitting clothing and properly hydrate. Riley Howard tells me they've already been responding to heat-related calls in the last few days.
We saw and transported the most patients we've seen this year related to heat. In between both Tulsa and Oklahoma City, we saw over 10 patients and transported majority of them.
Howard says taking the necessary precautions can prevent heat exhaustion, which can include symptoms like
cool, moist skin, heavy sweating, dizziness, fatigue, weak, rapid pulse, muscle cramps, nausea, and headache.
Howard says if you are experiencing those symptoms, then it's best to start taking things into the shade.
But if you don't, there's a good chance that heat exhaustion can turn into heat stroke.
Signs and symptoms to watch for with that include a loss of consciousness, confusion, being disoriented, quick breathing, rapid heart rates, no sweating, and a body temperature of 104 degrees or more.
I reached out to Thunder Up in the Park organizers to see if they're taking any additional measures to keep fans safe Sunday afternoon. They told me while they won't be doing anything new, EMSA and police will be on hand, as well as water stations and tents to help fans stay as cool as possible.
Howard adds a big key to hydration is to not only hydrate while you are outside for long periods of time, but also hours before you plan on heading out. Reporting live at Scissortail Park, Grant Palmer, Fox 25 News.
Thank you, Grant, for a breakdown of just how hot it's going to get throughout the day, not just on Sunday, but the next couple days as well. We've got to go to Fox 25 Chief Meteorologist Jack Griffin. Jack, what do those fans need to know?
At least we've got a bit more wind out there for us for our Sunday. I think tomorrow's going to be actually a very windy day, and then we'll have the winds kind of come down a little bit more for Sunday. That kind of helps a little bit, at least keeps the air moving, and it's not so stale and stagnant. But like I've been saying, it's going to be a very hot day for us on Sunday. So, Thunder Up in the Park, let's say you get there 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon, early evening. It's going to be in the low 90s, and unfortunately, heat index values are going to be up to the upper 90s and potentially close to 100 degrees again for Sunday. Maybe down just a little bit compared to tomorrow, but still, though, as you can tell, it's going to be a very warm day, even into the evening. So even after the game is done, temperatures are still going to be likely in the 80s, and that's actually the reason why most of our heat alerts end up occurring is actually because it's so hot at night that we just can't really cool off from a hot afternoon. Our temperatures aren't really doing anything in terms of setting records or anything like that, but the overnight temperatures are so much more warmer compared to normal. That's really where our problems begin to kind of cascade on each other. But you'll see with our heat index, so this is just a future cast of our heat index, you're noticing it's going to likely feel a few degrees warmer than the actual air temperature will in the afternoon. So again, we need to make sure that we're just being careful out there, make sure we drink lots of water, and try to get into the shade at times when you can. And that's going to be for Sunday. We also expect there to be very warm and humid conditions for a lot of next week, too. Another good thing to remember is just to look before you lock. With temperatures in the low 90s in the afternoon, let's say, after 15 minutes, the inside of your car is already up to 115 degrees. 125 degrees is possible after just 30 minutes and up to 134 degrees inside your car after 1 hour. So obviously there's a lot going on, very busy. Just make sure that when you head downtown, you're being safe about things, taking it slow, getting out of your car, making sure you look before you lock, and also to make sure to drink lots of water because, again, it's going to be hot, it's going to be humid. Again, like I said, the good news, though, we got some breeze, but that can only do so much. Adam, back to you.
Thank you, Jack. And that was your big story breakdown. You can find all the information about Sunday's Thunder Up in the Park event and some of the safety measures being put into place on OKCFox.com. Plus, you scan the QR code on your screen. You get all of our previous big story breakdowns on our YouTube channel.